To the Monin studio. My name is Martin. I'm going to demonstrate for you guys quickly today how to make a French mom. It's one of my own creations. We're going to use Campari. We're going to use Skyy vodka. And then some fresh ingredients like red apple, some cardamom, and then we're going to add some Monin French vanilla, or just normal vanilla for that matter. And then last but not least, we're going to need some apple juice and lemon juice. If you can get fresh apple juice, by all means, it's a little bit better. We are using packed juice. The rest of our ingredients are very fresh. Alright, first things first, we're going to need a mixing glass. We're going to start with a quarter of an apple, and the other quarter we're going to use for garnish. Alright, get rid of your pips. Cut that out. Alright, and then we're just going to cut it into cubes to make our muddling process a little bit easier. 3 cardamom pods. We're just going to squash them and get the actual seeds out of the pods. And then it's going to give us a great fragrance of apple and cardamom. It's a very unique flavor, I think. And then with our bitterness of our Campari, will help it along, so it's not overpoweringly. And our Skyy vodka is obviously going to help us lengthen out our drink. Alright, we're going to do 20 ml of Monin vanilla. And then we're just going to start with a Muddle, so we can get a nice juice going. Just watch that you don't spray your guests in the process. Right, fresh lemon juice, like I said. If you have a juicer, you can do it, otherwise you can just squeeze it by hand. Alright, we're just going to use half. Gives you about 10, depending on the size of your lemon. Gives you about 10 ml. Right, and then 30 ml of Campari and 30 ml of Skyy. Nice deep red color. Goes lovely with the red apple. Like I said, Skyy to lengthen out our cocktail. And then last but not least, just to help it on with the sweetness and obviously our apple juice. It's 30 ml of apple juice. Alright, so very simple recipe to follow. Now it's all about the shaking. We're going to fill our mixing glass with ice. If I can find my scooper. And then obviously we're going to need a glass for it. Fill this with ice as well, because we're going to strain it out. There's way too many bits in that cocktail for us to just use it like that. Right, fine strainer or tea strainer. Comes out a nice red color. And then, like I said, last but not least, we're going to use the other quarter of apple for our garnish. Let that one stood out a bit for a while. All you're going to do is just cut it in slices. Doesn't matter on which end you start. Just be very careful of your fingers. Alright, you can cut the whole quarter if you like. I'm just going to do a few. You're going to need toothpicks for this, unfortunately, and a straw. Alright, so all we're going to do is take your straw and stick it through. Very simple. One toothpick through. Alright, and then all we're going to do is make a fan. Right, so it looks like that. Very simple. Next toothpick right next to it, as close as you possibly can. And then you're just going to use it as a stilt, in a sense. Alright, and then don't forget about your straw that you used. Cut it in half. Whichever end you cut, always put in the glass. One for stirring, and one to look pretty. That's the French one.